Hi everyone, Yoli Inch here from Change Agent Academy, and today we will be exploring how to plan a successful induction program for your new staff. Now, of course, when you recruit your new staff members, they will eventually fill out the necessary paperwork to begin their role. So we're exploring what happens after that. And at this time, they're likely to be excited, maybe a little anxious, yet keen to start. An important question to ask is, how can you actually continue to harness their energy and enthusiasm, as well as make sure that they meet the expectation of your organization and their role? So to do this, you need to have a well-planned, well-prepared, and well-delivered induction program. Now, this does need to be integrated into your learning and performance and development program for all your staff. So the very beginning is that you want them to be able to feel comfortable, engaged, with a sense of belonging. You want them to be able to be clear about what's expected of them and with enough information to be able to be job ready. Now, you also want them to be able to begin immediately, not at the end of the week, not at the end of the month. So a successful induction program actually needs to be longer than a week or a month or even 2 months, because it can take up to 8 months for new staff to get familiar with their role, their team, and the organization. So I have identified 4 elements that will assist you in making sure you plan this particular induction program so that it's more enjoyable, engaging, and successful for your staff. The first element is planning for at least 6 months over 4 stages. Now, the first stage is the welcoming stage, and this is covered in the first day and the first week. And here the new staff members learning essential organization information. They're learning about their new role and all the necessary tools to be able to make that work and introduced to their team. Now, the second stage, they're settling in, and this will cover the first month. At this stage, they need to be able to learn more about their team and gain a better understanding of their customer or the service users that they're going to interact with. The third stage is the supported stage, and this is over the following 2 months, so all up 3 months. In this stage, it is useful for them to maybe do a skills assessment so that they're keener to know what they need extra to be able to make their role more successful and learn relevant skills and gain deeper information about the organization. Now, the fourth stage is progress, and this covers that full 6 months. At this stage, now you're integrating what they're trying to achieve into your learning and development program. They're likely to complete a more detailed learning needs analysis and have had their first professional development plan designed with your manager. Now, the second element that I suggest is planning your content that they need to learn to cover 3 key areas. Now, the first key area is around the organization. The second key area is around their team. And the third key area is around their individual role. So in the Purposefun Friday resource, I've created a range of topics that you can actually explore as content in each of these areas and that are relevant to the 4 stages that I mentioned previously. So check out the resource and highlight those ones that you're already doing, and then those areas that you really need to add as content to your induction. Now, the third element in which you need to consider to really make sure your induction works is making sure that the information is engaging and the learning sticks. So to do this, you need to be able to do a mix of delivery methods. For example, of course, self-directed content could be online videos, or written documentation that new staff can read in their own time. So a lot of organisations already do that. Secondly, you could also allocate your new staff to a buddy who can answer questions about the organisation, about what's expected of them, maybe informal values that you have, and to be able to share more information generally. Or you might be able to run facilitated team activities that include case studies and simulations for your new staff to be able to understand their role and the interaction, say, with service users or customers or maybe other staff, so that they're really prepared when things come up. Now, this could be done face-to-face or online. So if you have a look at the resource, I've added a number of other delivery methods. And the last planning element is actually additional planning considerations. For example, making sure your induction program actually aligns with your organization's culture and its values. It also making sure that your induction is personalized to each new staff member and limits overload by making sure information is bite-sized. Another example is that new staff are clear about what they need to achieve during each stage that I've talked about, and that you have a checklist that they can tick off what they've done with clear milestones. Another example is encouraging employees that already exist in the organisation to participate in parts of the induction program each year so that they are familiar with what they need to know and maybe reminded of things that they've forgotten, and also to be re-updated about what's happening. And when you check the resource, I've got extra consideration to add to your planning process. So once you put in the time and effort, you will find a successful staff induction integrated with your learning and development program will inspire new staff to reach their full potential and work to become a high-performing team member and a budding champion of your organization. Okay, so long for now. Have a good time. Bye.